Hello students of class 7. This is my third video of lesson 3, the Delhi Sultanate. In the previous video, I had explained you about the two dynasties, the slave or the Mamluk dynasty. Second was the Khilji dynasty, and today I am going to explain you the third dynasty, that is the Tughlaq dynasty. In AD 1320, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq took over the throne from the Khiljis. He was the founder of the Tughlaq dynasty. After the death of Ghiyasuddin in AD 1412, his son Muhammad bin Tughlaq ascended the throne in AD 1325 and ruled till AD 1351. So Muhammad bin Tughlaq 1325 to 1351. He undertook many reforms and experiments in the kingdom, but most of these failed and weakened the empire. These were: number 1, shift of the capital. Muhammad bin Tughlaq decided to shift his capital from Delhi to Daulatabad to keep his capital safe from Mongol attack. His experiment was unsuccessful, so he shifted back his capital from Daulatabad to Delhi, which caused heavy financial loss and great hardship to the people. Second, campaigns. He planned a military campaign in Central Asia, but his experiment failed even after spending heavily on the arrangements. Third, taxation and token currency. Muhammad bin Tughlaq maintained a huge standing army. To meet the expenditure, he raised land tax and introduced bronze token currency. Both these measures failed. After the death of Muhammad bin Tughlaq in 1351, his cousin Firoz Tughlaq ascended the throne and ruled till 1388. Firoz Tughlaq 1351 to 1388. He inherited an empty treasury and the nobles had turned hostile. To win over the nobles, he reduced rates of land revenue and wrote off loans. He got wells and canals dug to promote agriculture. Now, Firoz as a reformer. He established karkhanas which benefited artisans, provided for free medical care to the poor. Firoz as a builder and patron of learning. He built towns like Jaunpur and Firozpur with hospitals, libraries, mosques and palaces. He brought Ashokan pillars to decorate Kotla Firoz Shah. He got Sanskrit texts translated into Persian. Next comes the fourth dynasty, that is the Sayyid dynasty. The Tughlaqs could not recover their power after Timur's invasion in 1398. Their dynasty ended in 1412. So in AD 1414, Khizar Khan, the governor of Timur, occupied Delhi and he established the Sayyid dynasty, which lasted till 1451. After the Sayyid dynasty came the Lodi dynasty. After the Sayyids came the Lodis. Behlol Lodi was the founder of Lodi dynasty. Behlol Lodi was succeeded by his son Sikandar Lodi. Sikandar brought the nobles under control, tightened the spy system and gave justice to all. He founded the city of Agra, but he died in Agra in 1517. Now, Ibrahim Lodi, 1517 to 1526. Ibrahim Lodi was the son of Sikandar Lodi. He replaced senior commanders with young, loyal leaders. This led to discontent among nobles who conspired against him. Daulat Khan, the governor of Punjab, wanted to overthrow Ibrahim Lodi. He sought the help of Babur, a Central Asian chief. Babur invaded India and defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the first battle of Panipat in AD 1526. Thus ended the Lodi dynasty and the Delhi Sultanate came to an end. Thereafter, Babur established the Mughal Empire in India. Causes for the decline of the Delhi Sultanate. There were a number of reasons for its decline, but we can discuss few of them. They are: number one, the rulers depended heavily on military might to control the empire. Second, some of the rulers imposed jizya on non-Muslims. 3. Muhammad bin Tughlaq experiments caused widespread disturbance and misery among the people. 4. The Delhi Sultanate was a vast empire and required strong rulers to keep it under control. Lastly, a weak sultanate attracted invasion by the Mughals and it finally collapsed after the first battle of Panipat in AD 1526. Thank you.